Hey y'all, welcome in everybody. Tap the screen and share the live, please.
Hey everybody.
The central back bling that includes a Malibu Stacy doll, Lisa's saxophone pickaxe, and Maggie's Cartocopter glider.
Hey Cindy.
Hey Cindy. Hey Bugs.
Hey Bugs. Hey Spot for Spirit.
Hey
Sorry for
Hobo.
missing you. Patricia, hello.
Manda. Hey girl. If my
Hey
kiddo's
Amanda. Hey Sunshine.
tablet's too loud, y'all let me know.
Y'all tap the screen and share the live. Hello Lisa. Hey Amanda. I'm doing really amazing, Sunshine. I hope you are as well. Hey Jennifer. Hey Josie.
Hey Jennifer.
Hey Millie's mom. How are you? Hey Animal Lover. How are you?
I'm going to be away from my phone for a second.
Of course you are.
I guess I'll sit here and tap then.
That's good, Sunshine. Hey, Hobo. Fallon is feeling feisty. Hey, Blue Eyes. Y'all tap and share. Hey, Shell. Hello, Amber. Melody Rose, I seen you sneak in here.
Sunshine, are you going to be able to come up and give me an update on what happened after I had to go take a bunch of conference calls on
Hey,
that
Dalton.
lady that we were discussing? Because I feel like you weren't heard today.
I heard him. I thought it was good. Hey, Christina. Y'all tap and share, please.
Well, the good people heard him. It's just I want people in here that didn't get a chance to hear it and take it out to the rest of the community because she's doing too much.
What? I just came back to my phone. I'm doing too much.
You're always fucking doing too much. Tap and share, y'all, please. Thank you.
Hold up. I'm going to Google this and ask it. Jennifer, can you?
Fuck me. I
Can
can't
you?
do the Google shit tonight. Google is not fucking receipts.
Well, not everything Google posts is the truth. Google may say, hey, Rammer is a
Hey, Alley
silly
Cat.
person, but that doesn't make it true.
Hey, Lori, good evening. Yep, Kimmy's back. I'm still not downloading no app. I don't want to see her ass.
Well, we've always said we are going to stick to this. I mean, you can't go to 6 or 8 different apps chasing people around and still know what's going on.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
We're on this app, so we're concerned what happens here. Now, is it good to know that she's alive and kicking it and doing well? Yeah.
Rammer is never behaving, Hobo. What do you mean? Hey, Sasquatchy, how are you?
Hobo, I've dealt with a lot of shit today. And I'm not taking any more.
Well, I'm just sitting over here being jealous of all the unis being thrown out.
Right?
Bitch, I've seen you get a uni. I saw days for days sent checkmate a uni. I seen it on my own damn screen.
What the fuck? I don't even have my fucking gifts on.
Yeah,
You can
how do you
straight fuck off.
how do you get a uni with your gifts off? It's
Hey,
like
theatrical.
impossible. But you do you, boo.
We all get unis, sunshine, right? Lord, I cannot. Jesus needs to fix it. Y'all tap and share, please.
All I can say is when that person made that fucking video, they were not using their brain.
Well, I mean, they could have put the context with that comment. That's all I'm saying, but I'm getting the footage. No worries.
Yeah, Patricia, we get lines too, so don't worry about it. Mind
Y'all
your
tap and
business.
share, please. We're gonna get started here in a minute, and everybody's feisty tonight, so
Everybody is.
I'm sorry, Hope. I've been so busy with work. This is my deadline week, so I just am spent for sure.
Please hold, guys. Please hold. Be right back.
We ain't calling out anybody tonight, but it's coming.
This is like pre-game. This is warming up.
We got groceries flying out everywhere, and people's just eating it up.
Oh, Lord.
But that live's coming Monday or Tuesday.
Melody Rose, I do not want to see your eyeballs like that, girl.
Mark B, I know you're fucking lying. Do we drink? I ain't drank nothing yet. Hey, Summer Breeze.
That might be a good idea, though, Checkmate.
Hey, Miss Diane, you don't want me to drink and do a live. Chinese and art supplies. Some crayons. Can I get some crayons? Oh, Blue Eyes is drinking. Maybe I will go get a drink. Oh, Hope is too. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Pure adrenaline.
Yeah, I have not drank in like over 10 years. Like almost 11.
What you got on my crayons? Can you get a little Debbie Christmas tree? I mean, yeah, I can pass them out at the end of the live.
Jennifer, would you like to play musical chairs too?
All right, y'all, this is a Fallon live. Fallon wanted to do this live tonight. She's got a lot to say and she's a little bit feisty tonight. So y'all are going to have to tap your little hearts out tonight. So mods, please make sure you don't block anybody. If they're out of line, just mute them. Please engage with people in the chat in case we don't see it. Somebody comes in and says hello, please say hello back to them in case we miss it. And with all that being said, we're going to let the little Fallinator take over.
Well, just in time, because we've got... first off, I want to appreciate you guys for being here and always coming in and supporting the right way to do things. And as this team, the ones that are in the boxes, and then those Ambers, Jennifer, and all of the people that go into the community during the day, even though we're at work and we're scrolling, we see you guys. And I cannot be prouder at the things that I seen today with some of you, like Sunshine and Smiles, saying, well, if somebody can show proof that I can get on board with that, I'll wait. I don't know why we have to go around the app and see some of the bullshit that we see when we're just scrolling. There's a difference between trying to bring awareness, and then there's a difference between just running around with a bunch of assumptions and making an ass out of you, me, and everybody else that's in the box. So, I know that everybody's busy during the day, but there are some times that people are scrolling during their lunch breaks or on their just on their way home with sitting in traffic, whatever.
And some of us are just procrastinating because we don't want to work. Just saying.
Yes.
Hey, Gemini.
There's so many things that happened today that just kept... And I need to say this too. Whenever you guys message us, please don't ever feel like you're insignificant to us. It is just that the messages are so much. And then sometimes when we don't get those messages, they go all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm just scrolling one day and I see some of your messages. So I'm sorry, but thank you. And I know Checkmate's the same way. Rammer, Birdie, like the messages we're getting, please don't think that we're ignoring you. It just takes a while. I'm so sorry. So the messages that we got today, when we were talking about Nick Flores and Wendy and Texas Ashley, I hope you make the mistake and fall in here. I sent you a message. It's in a message request, so you're going to have to accept it. But what you did to those two people, and I had to leave midday, so that's why I was hoping that Sunshines and Smiles is able to come up and kind of give us an update on what it is. If you're friends with this lady, share it out to her and get her in here, because I have questions. Just like I have questions for TBM that just came in. I don't understand why you follow every single one of us, but you're over there gifting Tim and Angela, who are lying about cancer, laid up in a hotel bed, and think that battling is going to be some type of savior because they've seen a bunch of people doing it and getting money off this app. So there are people who have told you that I have come in the chat and you have left every single time. So don't leave the chat this time just because I'm here, because I need to ask questions. I want to know why you waste your time following all of us in these lives and you still continue to give Tim and Angela, but then you run whenever I have questions. TBM? Anything? I'll give you a second to either request a box or just let me know that you're in the chat and that you didn't run this time just because I'm up here.
I'm about to run because you're up here. What do you mean?
Don't make me laugh.
I'm sorry. Right, Sunshine?
Let me go get her screen name.
She is feisty tonight. Y'all, you have no idea. Hey, Miss Bev. Right, Manda? There she is, Fallon. She's commenting.
Okay.
I was just flipping through, didn't realize I ran. I mean,
Well,
you're
I mean, it's
welcome to a box if you'd like to come up. Hey, Sandy. Do you want her to request? Does she want to come up?
I mean, it'll be easier for her if she did it in a box, or if you want to type it, that's fine. I mean, I love screenshots. Everyone knows that. So
Hey, Kerber.
you can tell me why Tim and Angela are worthy of your money. Okay. Well, how many times have they messaged you asking for money in the past 3 days, TBM? They have not. Well, that's a good thing. I don't want you to have to type a lot, but why be over here with us? Well, she's at work, Mark. She can't. Why be over here with us spreading awareness on Tim and Angela lying about cancer and then potentially lying about epilepsy because they love to take advantage of disabled elderly women and feel like TikTok needs to be their ATM to take care of them while they lay up in the hotel bed. He was actually laid up on his belly and she was laid up right next to him when you were gifting him while he's saying, double tap the screen, y'all, double strap the screen. And then when he was changing his personalities while he was talking to an African American lady, and she's like, tap my screen, y'all, tap my screen, and was talking to him, and he had the audacity to try to mimic her voice saying, tap your screen, tap your screen. What the fuck was that? So he's so fake because he's been around Angela, because Angela's so fake. Hey, Georgia. And now he's acting like her because they're fake, but you're gifting them. But you kick it over here with us. Why?
That seemed a little passive aggressive.
It was passive aggressive.
Did both of you spit on your phone saying that?
I'm so done.
Wait, let me Google something. I'll be back.
Rammer.
Hey, Morgan.
Dude, I can't help it. Hey,
TBM,
Morgan.
sometimes whenever you comment too long, it might filter it. So just put like an X in the chat if you're typing and it didn't go through, if we didn't see it, because I didn't see your comment back. And if there's a time that's better for you to take a box with us, we can make that happen too.
And it's okay to say you don't get in boxes. Just be straight up with us so we won't plan anything.
Yes.
You was not born with a PlayStation controller in your hand. Yes, I was. Mom told me. You didn't tell it.
And Tim with his fake, oh, I'm glad awareness went over there and gifted the opponent so I would lose. Dude, it's a TikTok battle. You're going to get the coins you get regardless if you win or lose. Come on. That dude was from like a third world country. Who cares?
And it's heavy on the fakeness because no matter what it is that he says, he's being fake, and each battle is different because he pretends with each one. Like that young kid that was either in class or was smoking a doobie or whatever it is that he was doing. He was like, hey, bud, hey, man. Everything just changes. Like he cannot be one set person because he's like fake Angela, and he can't be real. I promise you, these ladies in this box and majority of the people in the chat, I can go to them in the messages or be on here in the live, and they are the same person as if they were whenever they're talking to me in messages or talking to me in lives. He's fake and he's a liar. Why is he worthy of getting money from somebody who is in an awareness live listening to what we say and do? Like it. If you don't care about what we say, then stay away. This isn't fun. I would love to come on this live and kick it and just be drinking with you guys and having fun and talking about just what movies were out, what sports scores happened. But instead, we're in here on a Friday night trying to help people not get taken advantage of. But then we get dirt kicked in our faces because people who come and chop it up with us turn right around and give Tim and Angela or Tim Nash or Stud Soldier or Skylin thinking this is a game.
Yes, I'm sorry, y'all. She really did say doobies.
I just love you, Jennifer. I struggle with why sometimes we spend so much time researching and making sure that it is black and white apparent, that there's no buts, no assumptions, no nothing, and we put it out that Tim lied about cancer, Angela lied about cancer, but yet there's still people, unless I'm screaming, yelling, and something's on fire, that message doesn't get out to anybody. There were 39 people from the awareness community that were over in Tim and Angela's chat while he was battling like he was a saint. Then, as I'm scrolling, I'm looking at all the misinformation going on in this app, And Sunshine, thank you for coming up. I want to hear a little bit more about Ashley. If you'd like to give a little bit of backstory to the chat and to some of those on the panel, because we were in and out of there. We didn't catch everything. And of course, I had to leave midday. So there was still things going on. When I left, she was on the phone trying to convince Wendy that she was a good person instead of a beggar scammer herself. Take it away, sir.
Thank you for having me up. And thank you for holding this. Checkmate.
Of course. Welcome.
So Ashley, I don't really know Ashley that great. Like I said, a while back ago, I contacted Checkmate about Wendy and Nick. And at first, I had to think about this. I had to, Checkmate says, well, it ain't just Nick. Wendy's done this for a while. And I've known Wendy for 4 years. And I had to sit and think about that after she said that. And Wendy has been doing this for 4 years. You know, and I started watching the chat and everybody and enabling them. And it just started making me sicker and sicker. And I started seeing Ashley in there throwing her comments, and not just Ashley, other people. And it really made me sick when I started hearing people say, you know, they're part of awareness groups and they're enabling, sending food, Chinese food. And that's when I decided to get in the box and, you know, just tell Nick and Wendy. Then Ashley was on the phone with Wendy, telling her, you know, I'm the one that's offering to come and give you a bath. I'm going to take you to do things. Just let me be your mod, and I'll get rid of all them people. And she was saying how all these people was over in this other live. And there was these people in this other live. And they was really, to me, being disgusting. You know, they were enabling on another page, if that makes sense to anybody. And I don't know. Ashley's as vile as a lot of them, and sadly, she'll get in there and probably get some of Wendy's money, or maybe Wendy will get what money Ashley has. I don't know, but this enabling's got to stop. Even if it's just sending a case of Dr. Pepper, it's got to stop.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Everybody thinks that it's just Nick. It's not just Nick.
It's not.
Wendy is just as bad. Wendy was live all the time, and Nick was not there, asking for food, messaging people, asking for Chinese. I mean, she's just as bad. I don't understand why people think that it's just him manipulating her, because it's absolutely not.
Like I told both of them today, I said, you both are manipulating each other, and it's so funny. I just want to see who wins. And she's mad at me because I told her that. And that's fine, you know. I had to tell her the truth.
Yeah,
I can
I
lose a
mean,
friend over the truth.
yeah, I mean, for sure, Nick is definitely toxic, for sure. We all know that. Nobody's denying that fact, but I think people just, see her sitting there quietly and, she doesn't say anything, and they think that she's just being taken advantage of. She 100% is taking advantage of people on the back end.
I watched her yesterday act like she was having another one of her episodes. And before it was all said and done, she had a rotisserie chicken sent to her and a case of Dr. Pepper and something
Yep.
else, a pie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got to stop. I mean, you know, yeah, did I go in there and play around with Nick and Wendy? I did. I had fun, you know, but I also knew what they were about. You know, I've messaged Fallon, you know, I just had to get it brought up. I had to get them to show who they truly was. Some of the enablers has noticed. I think Kim is in here. Retired Kim, are you in here? She is one that had bought him a lot of groceries, and she bought him a microwave. And most places, like they live in a ranch house in a big subdivision, an apartment complex, comes with microwaves. So anybody that can scam that out of somebody, you know, saying, well, we don't have a microwave. Most rentals come with microwaves anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
this is the
mean,
kind of stuff that, you know, that people really need to look out for. Everybody thinks that Wendy is this poor person that lived with her mom in this shack and they didn't get along, and now she's moved in with Nick and she's getting taken advantage of by Nick. No, she's not. They're taking advantage of people together.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, she can stop playing the poor me victim, because it's not, those of us that have known her for a while know exactly what she's doing.
Yep. And like I said, when I messaged you, Checkmate, and you said that, I had to stop and think think back to when I met Wendy. She was getting all kinds of gifts. She was getting money.
Hmm.
People was setting up stuff for her, you know. Even yesterday, people was, wanting to get together gas money to go drive to see her and stuff. So not only was the people holding the live enabling or begging, now people that's trying to enable them are begging.
Right. Yeah, this is completely snowballed out of control, and just in the last 2 days. It's
Yes.
crazy. And it's crazy to me that people that actually follow awareness cannot see exactly what she's doing and what she's, wanting out of all this.
The only good thing that's come out of this, my best friend Hot Mess Express, I have totally blown her off of that live. Every time I see her pop in, and now she's got something on her page that I'm a bully. But that's fine. I'm not a bully.
And just a reminder that truth isn't bullying. Truth is not bullying. If it's the truth and we can prove it, Jesse Fields, I would love for the fact that you ever get the balls enough or the tits enough to come up in a box with one of us. I've been asking you since April, since that video's on my page, tell me when and where, and let's talk about it. But you are nothing more than a keyboard warrior, thumb thugging, and you think that people like you because you throw a few gifts. You're lonely. You will always be lonely. And maybe you should tie a piece of meat around your neck. Maybe even some animals will play with you then.
Damn. We're talking about Nick Flores and Mikey Angelo, which her name is actually Wendy.
And what I do want to say, retired Kim, me and her have talked. She knows what's going on. And I actually today I talked to Nick. He told me he wasn't in the Army or whatever he claimed he was. Then everybody was saying, they can't find him to see how many years he actually did in prison. You can do a Department of Corrections search. There's no Nick Flores, and that tells you one thing. He's never been in prison. So I asked him about that today. And he told me, no, I hadn't been, And so I asked him if he could help, if him and Wendy could pay Kim some of, even if it's $5, pay some of that money back that you manipulated. Kim felt bad for them. She really did.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm sorry that she got taken advantage of, but that's why people need to really pay attention to awareness. When the right people are speaking, if you listen and you search their names, there's always something out there. I mean, you can't be so quick to say, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for them, because I can promise you 99.9% of these people are not in a bad way.
Yes, just do a quick Google search, guys.
And that's what I told everybody, when I got into box. Between Wendy and Nick, they're getting about $2,000 a month. Then their food stamps.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Today she got $8,000. She's got a total new look to her face today. It's not where she's about ready to crash out because her blood pressure or blood sugar, or she needs a Dr. Pepper.
Right.
She's got an angry look because everybody has come after her. They figured her out, and now she's mad. She don't want to show her face no more. And she says she don't have no way to send Kim no money back. I said, have her send you an envelope. Send that woman her money back. And I seen a look in her eyes that I've not seen for a long time in somebody. And it was a look of, that it's all about me. You're not getting my money. I'm going to take your money. She's a beggar.
Which she has been for a very long time. I just don't understand why people don't understand that. I mean, I watched a live today where people were feeling so bad for Wendy, and oh my God, poor Wendy, she's in a terrible situation. Wendy put herself in that situation. Wendy's been doing this. This isn't something new.
Well, when she lived with her mom, she would just sit there while her mother, Sandra, would do everything for her. And that's what I told him yesterday. Get up and do something for yourself. Grab a broom, sweep the floor, do the dishes, cook a dinner. Quit just being in existence thinking everybody ought to do something for you.
Yeah, but like you said, she's been like that for a long time. She expects people to do stuff for her. But if you noticed the other day, she was live. She walked out to the porch. She sat down. She got up. She went back in. I mean, she can get up and do stuff. She just chooses not to.
For the last 2 weeks, the rent didn't get paid. And every time, and I do know that this is a scam that her and Nick was both trying to play, that they're getting ready to get kicked out. Everybody kept telling her, quit going to the office. Kim had actually already talked to the place they rent, and they was going to work it out with Nick and them until they got their money and they could pay them. But Wendy had to kept saying she was going down to the office and come back. I'm scared, guys. I'm going to be homeless. She was waiting for the moment somebody'd say, I'm going to send you this $1,200. But it never happened because I kept intervening with everybody. If anybody wants to know why I've been in that live so much, I've been in there trying to get people not to send them nothing. I've been putting in the chat, they got plenty of food. I've been putting in, they don't need no food delivered. It's been delivered. It's just disgusting how many people will give people money that don't need it.
Yep.
Feed a child that's hungry tonight.
Right.
Feed a child that's not going to have breakfast tomorrow.
Right.
Well, they're blindly sending money to these people that can boot up their phone and just go live and say, hey, hand it over.
Nick actually wanted to sell me a Bible that he got for free for $20.
I mean, does people not realize that they're both online at the same damn time? I mean, that's crazy to me. And I don't know. I even heard somebody say that they were going to drive to her, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and they was actually saying, they live this far away, but, they need to figure out the gas money situation. And that's where I was talking about now an enabler is now begging to be able to enable somebody.
That's insane.
And Ashley, just for the chance that you might be on the outside listening to this, I hope that you know that I cannot wait to make a video on you. And I hope that people want to see and find out more about you, because the thing about what caught me was when Sunshine messaged me and said that you were trying to raise money to get money from the people to go to Wendy. If you don't have the money for your damn self to get in the car or go someplace to some stranger's home, you don't need to be at all. So what you were planning on doing was getting the money on your Cash App, kind of like Boo Bear does when she uses other people's tragedies and grief to get cash on her Cash App. And what? Then you were just going to slink off because you were just a screen name on the internet? No.
Absolutely. That's absolutely what was going to happen. There was no intentions of actually going there.
I don't believe. Is she even offered to give her a bath? Who offers to give a complete stranger a bath?
What the fuck? That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's borderline inappropriate. No, that is inappropriate, not borderline. That's fucking inappropriate.
That's right.
It's vile.
There's absolutely no reason that Mikey cannot give herself a bath. She can lift that Dr. Pepper up to her mouth. She can get up, walk out to the porch. She can get up, walk out and get food. She's absolutely capable of taking care of herself. She just doesn't want to.
No, she don't. She just, and she was like that with her moms, and when she's broke in a couple of days, because $8,000 is not no money. Everybody keeps, Wendy and all them people, $8,000 is no money.
Yeah, really, it's not. I mean, they're going to blow through that really fast by eating out and buying junk and shit they don't need.
Rent out for 6 months, and that kind of caught Nick off. He's like, stumbled around it. If I had 8 grand, I don't have no house payments, but I would pay it up for 6 months. I'd pay it up for a year because my money I make weekly, then I could pay other things and stock up on things I need. And that's what I explained to the Nick. But it went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, he was not listening to a word you said. I was in there watching.
No, he was saying he did just because he knows he wants to be able to get on this app and everybody, he thinks he's famous. He was a wrestler. And today he told me, admitted he wasn't a wrestler. I had him admit all them lies to me. And I told him, get on this app and just be yourself. It's TikTok. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. I don't care if I impress you or not. If you don't like me, I don't care either.
That's right. And I want even people on the outside, along with the people in the chat, you guys know us. You know that we're going to come to you. We're going to bring a hot topic to you and we're going to talk it out. Checkmate and Rammer have been around for a long time. Sunshine's been around a long time. So when we talk about something, of course, there's going to be research that needs to be done. And we're still working on that. But that Ashley, with what she was doing, that wasn't right. And then the second part was I was scrolling by and I happened to see a group of ladies in the chat and they were talking about what was going on. People were going back and forth. And if it was just watching and streaming, okay, that's fine. But then and you guys have heard me talk about this before, so y'all are going to have to tap the screen because I'm starting to get pissed off again. But Karina, if you are up in a box, let me compose myself. You have absolutely no idea what is going on in the world, and you are up in a box and you are antagonizing somebody who we don't know is violent or not, regardless of the fact that they're both scamming each other and the world. But you are up there saying, come and see me, come get me, come do this. And then you're on there and you're putting your lipstick on and God help us, you're in there eating. And then you're putting up pictures of some stupid cactus. And those ladies are just condoning your behavior when there was actually something happening that should have been heard. Ashley was on the phone with Wendy and they were streaming it. And people who've already been blocked could have listened to everything that was going on with Ashley and her lies. And you're over there acting like a jackass. So now nobody heard really what was going on. So they couldn't read the room because all they saw was you. So if you're on the outside hearing this, because you were invited, if you're conducting business, trying to bring awareness to a situation that could possibly be dangerous or is just complete bullshit and is in this situation here with Nick and Wendy, I have no doubt that there's a deep-seated problem, okay? But it is not for us to sit here and bring out assumptions if you don't have receipts. And it's great to go and message people and say, go in there and take a look and see what it is that you see. Because everybody needs to read the room. But at the same time, if you're reading the room and you're not doing something that's appropriate or that you even want to be connected to, get out of there.
2 days ago, there was people in her box, and they was all full. There was people that was saying they were nurses. I forget what the other ones were. One was a retired nurse, I think, and they was online. Wendy was having one of her special moment episodes, money grab, and people was asking, "What kind of medicine do you take?" Nick was getting ready to get all her medicine and start reading them out online. That's when I finally got back up in a box and went off on all of them. And told him, you're a nurse and you are asking for someone to put somebody's information out on the internet of what kind of medicine they take. That's disgusting. Whether they're scammers or not, do not ask somebody to put that kind of information online. Exactly. You're as bad as they are for asking.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not really understanding why people do that kind of stuff anyways. I don't know why people have to dig into other people's lives like that.
I don't either. It's sickening.
Maggie Foster, you need to get the hell up out of this chat before I start in on you. Unless you
Maggie, go stroll, you stroller with your fake ass baby. Get out of here.
Get out of here, Maggie. Go. Shoot.
Hey, bestie.
Sitting there begging in fucking Target. Been asked to leave now. Still sitting there
Yes.
begging. That was
Maggie, get your
diabolical.
begging ass out of here unless you're going to box up.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't block her, y'all.
You know, and the thing is it's one thing. If it's one voice from all of us. If you know something's not right, whether you roll into this chat, if you don't want to say something, then just roll on. If you do want to say something, chances are you're going to get blocked. But if you sit in there and you're an enabler, whether you think you are part of awareness or not, and you are going in there and you are condoning any type of bullying, or like Sunshine said, any personal information getting stat out, or there's this dude running around the app that Rammer got today with TikTok sucks. This dude wants to go and act like he knows about everything and every situation. He's everywhere. And his comments don't mean anything, but he's all about going real life. If it's not on social media and you can't prove it, shut up.
Fallon, I'm going to send the drones to your house. Okay? I'm like, dude, and he was just up in Jeff's live, just chumming it up. Well, I have a lot to say, but I'm not going to box up. Shut the fuck up. That comment wasn't necessary, dude. Why are you on TikTok sucks now and you're on Gilligan this afternoon? That's weird. Going in awareness lives, being on different accounts. You're not going to get blocked. Not over here.
And my biggest concern with all of this is we protect each other over here. And I have seen you guys do it all the time. And I've seen people get attacked for protecting what was right because it's right. Not because I said it, not because Checkmate said it, Rammer, Amber, Birdie, Sunshine. It's not because we said it. It's because it's the flat out right thing to do. Okay? There's no reason that anybody should be calling hotel rooms. There's no reason that anybody should be asking people, what kind of medicine is it? Read it off, write it out, tell us what it is. Unless you're asking a legit question like you would ask Tim Nash, who was lying about saying that $500 a month for medicine? Take a look at him. He's one step closer to the grave every single day because of people like Miss Italian and Misty Thompson and Donna Arnold. People who have no regard for human life. But it's not just about addiction. It has to do with common decency. When today was the first day that I actually heard Sunshine anger in his voice. Sunshine, your voice changed a little bit when you were like you were almost about to just unleash. And I'm glad you kept it together. But tonight, I just think tonight needs to be fuck around and find out Friday. And I hope that somebody who hasn't heard us try to explain it one more time before all hell's going to break loose. Because remember, I told you guys on October 1st in a live that we were having here that there's a war brewing and it's coming. And you need to pick your heads up and you need to look around and read the room. Because what's coming next, there's going to be a huge spotlight on names, because I promise you I'm taking them. And if you're over there with your head in sand, please don't get caught up in that. Things are being done on this app that are not right. My messages are full. Checkmate messages is full. Rammers are full. And we talk about it every day on an awareness page that we have where we're trying to weed out what's true and what's not and bring it to you guys so you can take it out into the community and protect each other. The amount of bullshit that's going on is unacceptable. But if we don't know, when we look out into the crowd and see these names, we don't know where you are, then there's going to be a lot of collateral damage. Don't catch a stray for somebody who will just block you because she's blocked everybody else. I know there's some of you out there that don't know what I'm talking about, but I need you guys to pick your head up and look around and see the war that is about to come to this app because people aren't doing what's right. People who have the ability to do what's right when nobody's looking I don't care how many likes or views I have on my page. If I have the ability to say something and do what's right, I'm going to bring it to the people that I trust. And then we're going to come to you guys and put it out because we trust you. We'll put it out into the rest of the community because that's the way it works. I don't care about anything else.
It's
Maybe
not really just about trust either, though. I mean, it's about y'all need to protect yourselves because
Yes.
I can promise you stuff's going to come out next week and y'all are going to be stunned. So watch who you're in DMs with because it's going to get really rough.
Yeah, and watch what you say in DMs to a total fucking stranger on the internet. That will turn on you just as soon as they see that their analytics will go up.
I guess that's the difference of being on this app just for fun and doing what's right than being on here to gain clout.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time and I've never worried about the analytics of it all. I've worried about, if you can just help one person. And I've always stood on the right side of what I believe in, and I am never going to waver from that, ever.
I heard some ladies in a live that were talking about Wendy and them, and I don't even know their names now. And they actually said, after going over there, how many followers did you gain? And they're like, I gained 100. I can't even click them all until tomorrow or whatever. And I was like, that's sick. You're gaining followers that's maybe potential enablers.
That's right.
I don't want them. Stay away.
And I've got a screenshot of you right after you almost lost your temper, Sunshine, and you were down in the chat and you said, this is an app. I can't believe that it means this much. And I didn't even have to hear your voice to be able to read the room and see that comment that you were like, this is an app. This is TikTok's not worth all this. And you're right.
It's not.
There's people like Donna Arnold and Kada and one of the things you guys already know that I'm going to always say names. I don't give a rip. Like, if you want to box up with me, then grab a box because no one over here has been blocked. Nobody's going to be blocked, but there's problems with other people who won't stand on business. They think they're doing things in the shadows and nobody's ever going to hold them accountable for what they do. Well, they're wrong. I know that everybody's got a lot going on during the day, and the closer that we get to the holidays, it just seems like so much more is happening. But the reality of it is that people are done with the bullshit, and it's time to start holding people accountable. And that means that you have to have a screenshot or your proof always, because the moment someone calls you out and says, I didn't do that, and you don't have hardcore proof, a recording, audio, anything, that's your integrity on the line. Please hear me when I say we are done with these enablers, and I feel you 100%, but please don't call someone out unless you have hardcore proof that they are either following all of us, they've been in awareness community, they have been messaged and told these people are scamming good, kind-hearted people for their money, and they've been doing it a long time, and these people have told you to go kick rocks. Don't call them out unless you are damn sure you can prove it. Because I don't ever want an enabler to come and say, well, they called me out. Now they're a bully. Now I'm going to go give money to somebody like Tim Nash, who's already got 1 foot back in the grave, and doing it out of spite like Misty Thompson. And the next day they pass away, and I'm going to hold everybody accountable the same way I've always said. If I have the ability to say your name and you had any type of merit in them getting the money and they get something bad off the street, I'm making a phone call. First, middle, and last name, because checking cash apps, that's personal information that you helped put somebody in the grave and they're not breathing the next day because you did that and you knowingly did it. Human life is valuable. I don't care about anything that is menial when it comes to a human life. As much as they lie and as much as they do and they make people so furious, their life still matters. I've told you guys before, I've had a charmed life. I don't know anything about addiction. I don't know anything about domestic violence. I don't know anything about having a hard life. But what I see on this app is people are grabbing pitchforks and fire and want to go after somebody because of the way that they were treated. Again, I don't condone the lies that they're doing, but hold them accountable with proof.
You know what Fallon just said? She's never had to deal with that, having a family member or something like that. I'm going to give you guys a quick story on something. I had a twin sister that I love very much. And I get emotional when I talk about her. And I see a lot of her on this app. She was addicted. I was addicted. I'm 14 years clean. She never got clean. She's clean now. She's safe now. But she struggled with mental health. She struggled with addiction. She suffered with depression. She could never get right with herself. She went with guys that were trash, hung around with the wrong people. Finally, she got clean. She wound up blind. She was at a place where they was teaching her how to live again. This piece of trash, this piece of vile trash that housed her before she went to the school of the blind, took all of her clothing up to this place and said, I'm done with you. You're clean. I don't need you. I knew something was wrong. As a twin, you feel that. You have that connection. Something's not right. And I talked to my sister a lot. That night, I felt something wasn't right. The next morning, I got a call at work that my sister had unalived herself. Now, during unaliving herself, she did something to her wrist, and she was cooking her something to eat. They had taught her how to, and she was proud of that. She was learning how to cook again. The paramedics seemed to think that she wrapped it up and she didn't cut it as bad as she thought she did. Well, she wound up perishing. But that gives me a little bit of hope that she wanted to live because she wrapped it up. She knew she did bad. I just wish she would have reached out. I wished I would have reached out. You don't want to get that phone call, I promise you, because it sucks. I'll never hear my sister's voice again. I'll never be able to tell her I love her for her accomplishments. Don't be that person. I'm telling you, don't be that person that puts somebody in the grave. It's no fun.
That's awful. Congratulations on your sobriety, Sunshine.
Thank you. Stop giving to these enablers. Tim Nash is going to be the next one on this app that's gone. And it's going to be the hot mess expresses and them kind of people that do it to him. And that's not right. Tim's still a human. He's a vile human, but he's human life that's worth saving. But he's got to save himself first.
I know that some of the stories that you guys hear are so heavy, and sometimes it's easy just to scroll on. And like I said, I get aggravated when there's drama. There's a bunch of people in here and they don't hear the truth because they're looking for some bullshit to kick off. But if it could just be equal parts where absolutely that somebody's going to get something bad off the street and no longer be here, and then if one or two enablers hears it and just thinks, oh, I wouldn't want that to be in my family, I wouldn't want my name attached to that, then we've done our jobs.
Let me tell you, I live in a smaller Alabama city. They just busted an F ring here that had enough F in it to kill everybody in the city. They had that at one house here. What if they had gotten all out on the streets? And some of these people on this app begging for your money, unfortunately, you're going to end up with shit like that. There's machines that press pills that look just like something you would get from a pharmacy. You would not know the difference. The technology is unreal where you think you're getting something legit. And it's laced with F because that's chemically made and it's cheap. It's horrible. And my prediction is 92% of the people on this app have some kind of addiction. Gambling, food, rugs, shopping, hell, scamming seems to be an addiction. Just to get something out of somebody for nothing.
You're right.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I tell you, if you want to watch a scammer or a beggar, watch from the window. Don't go in there, because the more people that engage, the more people that go in, it pushes it out to the FYP. And that's where you get the people that don't know what's going on, that don't have any idea who these people are. And those are the people that's going to give money, because they feel sorry for them, because they don't know them, because they think they're hungry, because they think that they're sleeping in the forest, on a mat. They don't understand some of them. Some of them are just little old elderly people, and they're going to give their last $5 to $10. So please, if you're going in there, go in there, get what you need, and get out. Don't sit in there and watch. Don't push them out to the FYP. Don't help them.
And if you want to give your money away, Wounded Warrior, St. Jude, your local community food banks, Thanksgiving's coming up, EBT's been cut. Help them. Don't help these people on this internet.
Yeah, there's children going hungry, donate to a school to feed, kids lunches, donate to homeless shelters. There's so many places that your money could go, not to these people.
I guarantee you, Wendy's not going to donate $5 to somebody out of that $8,000 she got today. Won't even think
Absolutely
about it.
not. No.
And I'm thinking that, maybe that's what got under my skin today so much, scrolling and seeing like the big story with this Nick and Wendy. There were so many people in there at one point. I was thinking to myself, they were trying to enable her so hard, but would they take that same energy down to their local domestic violence center and donate the money that they were trying to, send to her? Would they?
Absolutely not. They can't get nothing out of it then.
Right. And just like with funding people who are in active addiction, there's not a precedent yet, but I promise you that the moment that somebody unfortunately does unalive because they got something bad off the street, and we start calling and telling them, look at the Cash App names and who was the one that gave them potentially money, and they start digging in their past, those names are going to come out, and then one of us is going to get a hold of it. And I promise you that whenever we say we don't go real life, if it's on social media though, it's coming out here. Because you sat there and you said, I've seen all the proof, like Donna Arnold. I've seen all the proof. And I'm actually stage 5 cancer myself, and I have been going through it, but I'm going to give him money because he's just, why? Why, Donna? Why, Donna? Because you like hearing your name when he enters the chat, just like Jeff Gainey. And he knows what he's doing. Hi, Miss Donna. Hi, Miss Carrie. As soon as he comes in, I can't stand to hear him talk because it's all manipulation. He manipulates those animals. He manipulates the way that he's treating these elderly ladies that go in there. And it's not just elderly ladies anymore. It's lonely women who go in there and think that Jeff is going to actually be something that's worth their money when all he's doing is exploiting all of that. But going back to the precedent, even if, and one of these days, unfortunately, it is just going to be some little old lady that scrolled in there and thought that he needed a room for Rem and Nova. And he thought that he exploiting them, he needed to get a room because it's cold, and he's going to go down the street and he's going to get something, and he's not going to come back the next day. And it may take 3 months to get to the app, but once it does, and the little old lady that gave her last $10 because she needed to get medicine but couldn't, her name is going to be dragged through the mud. But it's going to be people like us that make sure that the officials look at all the Cash App names when it comes off. And that's including gifts too. Because if they think that there's not a digital footprint for everything that happens on this app or any social media, y'all need to tell your elderly parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, that everything they do can be tracked. That precedent is coming. On my page, there's Miss Italian, Amy DiStaccio. You see that on that video, she did a hit and run. She left two little boys who were pushing their bikes into the grass, hit them. Then the community had to call in tips to go find her because I'm going to calm down. Because she hit and ran, left these two boys there to die. And the grandmother is working on a way, creating a law that she didn't just get 11 months times 2. Because she left them there banged up, broken, like they didn't mean anything. And then when the police finally got a hold of her, she said, I hit a deer. I want an attorney. No value of human life. And she absolutely does not care that she gives money to Jeff Gainey. She doesn't care that she's on this app. And she thinks that she's just a screen name, Miss Italian. So I showed you guys on my video, she's not just a screen name. Put her mugshot up, and I pray that anybody on the outside listening, I hope I don't ever have to put your mugshot up because you thought less of human life because you gave your last $5 to somebody so they got something bad off the street. And I hope it's not Tim Nash because that's going to be everywhere. So that grandmother is trying to make a precedent so they get longer sentences for a hit and run. I hope that precedent, wherever it is in law, that a precedent like the one for getting money off the internet, whether it's for spite or entertainment, like Jessie Fields, whenever she said, here's $1 on your Cash App, go live, and I will help Lisa Richard. That's spite, that's entertainment. She thought that nobody's ever going to find her. So unfortunately, Lisa passed away, Tim passes away, Skyland passes away. It takes one phone call from probably each of us to say, go look at the Cash App. Here's the names. Because you're not spicy noodle, or you're not, melted popsicle or transformer on digital footprints. Your real name's attached. Just like TNT Mom 1227. I haven't put a video out on her because I actively want you guys to type her name in at the top of the TikTok search bar and see her bullshit, where she left a comment on a lady who donated to Lisa Richard, and she thinks that she's bold enough to go over there and tell this lady, those are your 2 recovery kids. I hope they end up just like Lisa Richard. Go watch the video for yourself. Somebody actually doing what was right made a video on TNT Mom 1227 calling her out because she's vile. And she's so vile that she's now a moderator for Tim Nash and sending gifts in battles and money to Tim and Angela, who are lying about cancer.
Steve Peckman, Tim Nash is not sober or celebrating a year by any means.
He's lucky to celebrate 2 hours.
Right. The flight of emotions, the agitation, the euphoria 1 minute, and then sweating, the jerks, the shakes, the constant bitching, constantly begging. But think about this, y'all. How many, before Tim Nash came online, before we found him, how many people thought Lisa Richards would be the next unfortunate one gone?
I absolutely did.
I did.
I mean,
And
I
now,
would come online every day just to make sure I seen her, to make sure that she was still here.
right. And as soon as you saw her, you'd scroll on
Absolutely.
just to see a glimpse.
You
I
didn't
mean, we did that
antagonize
for
him.
years.
But I believe Tim Nash he's either right there with her or he's a little bit in front of her with this marathon that they're both carrying on.
What a lot of people's got to understand with people on drugs that, and I'm going to tell you from my experience, you see a lot of people on this app asking for multiples of 20s, 40s, 60s, 80s. Go around and ask your local dealers what their product is, and you'll find your answer, what I just said.
You know, we're talking about some really touchy subjects tonight. Could you all please just tap the screen and share the live, please? Hey, Joanne. And I don't want people to think, you know, their choices are theirs alone, right? I mean, they're using the money they're begging for to do whatever they want with it. So I get, you know, it pulls at people's heartstrings when they say they haven't ate and they haven't had anything to drink, but you do understand that that's a choice they're making, right? It's not because they can't, because there is resources out there where they could absolutely go get food and something to drink. They're making the choice not to do that.
That was something Wendy said today after she was crying when she went back live after I told her she had to give some money back to Kim. She was literally crying, saying she's not going to show her face no more because when somebody gives them money, it's theirs to do with what they want. And I
Right.
told her, when you manipulate somebody out of something, it is not yours.
That's right.
Wendy's not going to show her face right now because she has money. But as soon as that money's gone, she will be right back on this app.
100%. And she'll be having her episodes around 7:30 at night.
Of course. I mean, it's like clockwork at this point. So yeah, I believe that they may disappear for a while, but she'll be back. And I think people don't understand, but you know, I believe that Wendy's been doing this way longer than Nick. And I don't think that people get that. They think that he's the master manipulator, but Wendy's been around, y'all. Been around a while.
That's what I kept telling people. I've watched her 4 years. I know Checkmate, you've watched her because we've discussed it. And that's when I sit and I told you I had to think about it. And 100% absolutely right.
Wendy is, her account name is Mike D'Angelo, I believe. I can't think of the actual ad at this moment, but we can make a video and put it up. I would just caution y'all not to engage.
No, she just wants people in there to feel sorry for her.
Of course, yeah, with Nick, of course it's worse because she has somebody else to enable her, to take care of her. That's exactly what Wendy wants. So yes, it's worse. It was just like this when she was with her mother.
She's
You know,
a master manipulator.
Yep. And I really feel like I don't want anybody to think that. Let's see how I want to say this. I think that some of the enabling comes from when people are being bullied, like legit bullied, talking about what they look like, they have no teeth, they're fat, whatever. That doesn't have anything to do with their soul. Their soul is black. They're manipulating good people. They don't care about what they're going through on the other side of that phone. They just want their money. Again, when I talk about fake Tim and Angela, they don't care that some of these people are actually going without so they can get money to lay up in that hotel room. So that's where the start of the enabling. People go in there and they're like, you shouldn't be bothering these people. They're good, solid people. They're this, they're that. You're bullying them. You've just opened the gateway for enabling because why? So us over here in this panel and in this chat, we don't bully. We're not going to do that because it has absolutely nothing to do with awareness. You're a shitty person. That's what we're bringing awareness to. You lied to good people for money. You lied about cancer for people's money. So don't open up the floodgates for enabling to start. If what's his name? Nick. If Nick and Wendy were just talking to 5 people in their chat, okay. But the fact that there were over 300 people in there at one point and then 2 other sets of people streaming, but not one of them could I message and be like, hey, there's a domestic violence shelter that is in the need of noodles or macaroni and cheese or washcloths or soap. Those people would block me so fast if I would have got up in the box and said, if you really want to give to somebody that you think is in a desperate, bad situation, go down there where it's the reality, where it took possibly 7 times for somebody to leave a household that was in an actual domestic violence situation, and they got everything that they had that was belonging to them on their backs and their children and went down to a domestic violence shelter where they need your help. Instead of somebody on the phone sitting there pretending like she's going to shake, pretending like she wants something to drink when it's a case of Dr. Pepper. Or whatever the situation is. And it's not just on Nick and Wendy. It's on Stud Soldier. It's on Skylin. It's on Tim and Angela. The list can go on forever. But the only thing that's consistent is these enablers that you see all the same names. TBM, Donna Arnold, Misty, Kata, all of them. And Ashley, I promise you, the scenario that we said earlier about she wanted you to send money to her Cash App, we probably would have never seen her again if she would have got money to go and see Wendy. I can't even imagine what it would be like that people are actually trying to give money to people just so they can see them OD online. That thought in my mind makes me so sick, and that is what makes me come back to this app and go after people like Miss Italian Amy DiStazio. She knows what she's doing. And it's not just like it's just one Kelly. It's Amy, it's Donna, it's Misty. And they're just getting worse. But why are they getting worse? I feel like they're getting worse because there's people claiming to be trying to do good on this app, and they are bullying people, and that is how it starts. If they didn't have anything to go over there and say, y'all are bullying them, let me help, how can I help? Take all of it away, because it doesn't matter what they look like, how they talk, how much they eat, how their voice is, none of that. It matters that they're terrible people lying about horrible things to get people's money. I appreciate you guys for everything that you do. I'm telling you that the messages that you send us are so spot on with the things that you guys say. I hope that other people catch on like you do. When you message us and say there's some bullies on this app and they don't need to be doing the things, and that you've blocked them or you just scroll by to get away from them, I'm so proud of all of you. Sunshine, your messages today and over the past week, thank you. I'm sorry that you had to be, amongst maybe, I think I see maybe 13 people that were actually trying to do the right thing in that chat and make people open their eyes. We can't spoon feed everything. You have to read it for yourself. Read the room. There's still good people out here. It's just the good guys like us in the chat, in the panel, we're not heard as often. I can't even imagine what it would have been like when I first got into watching the older awareness people, what it would have been like if they would have bullied, or if they would have just got up here and screamed and yelled and never showed proof. I don't think I would be here and trying to do the right thing now, because I would just be like, nah, I'm just here for the shit show. And I could turn the app off and walk away. But the fact that there's actual people with their lives about to be ruined because somebody's either going to get something bad off the street, or they're actually in a domestic violence situation, or they're thinking of harming themselves because they feel like they need to gift and give money to people who don't give a damn about them because they don't know how to type in what their thing is up at the top of the TikTok search bar and go find their people. That hurts me. It hurts my heart that people are lonely enough that they will just take any type of treatment on this app when they could just turn it off, walk away, or go find their own people. I don't, it's not like I lay awake at night thinking about what's my next move. How can I bring awareness to all these people who are scamming people? But I do catch myself thinking about all the enablers that were former enablers that I've met that are such good people. They've just been taken advantage of, and now are over here trying to help the next person not get taken advantage of. Those are the people I want to help continue to bring a good, solid word to them just like it was brought to me, so we can continue out the community. We don't need to clout chase. I don't want to go based off of what's hot and talk about something that everyone else is talking about, because you're going to hear some names in the future about that you don't even know who they are, because they've just been doing it periodically, and now it's a cadence. Now they're doing it every day, and you guys need to know about it. But pick up those things that you see, those red flags, and keep them in your mind so you can message us or each other and say, yeah, I seen them. It's been 7 days now. Every single day it's $30. And like Sunshine pointed out, why? Is $30 the hit that they're looking for? Is that the consistent going rate?
There's a lot of people in these boxes, Mark B, any of them. I guarantee you message Mark B, he will message you back. If you think somebody's getting taken advantage of, message him. I promise you, he'll get back with you and he'll check it out.
Yeah, Mark's doing amazing work. I mean, y'all should follow him and check his stuff out. Mark,
Absolutely
can you
is.
comment, please?
And I hope we can get to a point where when we're in a situation and there's only 13 people in a room of 350, that if somebody is saying show proof, that maybe we can start sharing out the live to each other, and then we know it's, hey, let's go in there and like support with show proof. Just 2 words. You're going to get blocked because people just don't pay attention. But if I'm in a chat and I see people say show proof and they start disappearing, I'm either going to pay closer attention to what's going on there or I'm out.
Yeah, I like the way Mark B like lays it out in his videos. It's like, here's the screenshot, here's the receipt. Don't take my word for it. Here it is. Y'all need to quit blindly taking these people's word for it. These people that don't show any receipts at all. They're just rambling for hours on end.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just sit up in a chat and talk and talk and talk and talk, and people are just blindly following that without anything shown. That's crazy to me.
I agree, because you've got to build that credibility up with, hey, this person is trustworthy. This person hasn't lied to me or misdirected me at any point on this app. Because face it, we're all just looking at a fucking screen right here. That's all it is. It's a screen. You've got to build your reputation and your character online. Just quit. When people say things, just say, all right, just drop the screenshot, drop the receipt.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about it and you say you've seen it, then there's absolutely no reason to not have a screenshot and show it, right? I mean, that's what we do.
And whatever it is, if it is just like I had a team member send me a screenshot of when Skylyn's filter faded and her face is full of pick marks. And then Misty Thompson is in there saying, I support you. I just sent in money. And she's a moderator. The filter failed and her face is full. It looked like Beth Osborne's face with all the pick marks. The screenshot, if you're watching the screen and you're in there researching, that should have been enough. It's not just about anything about her looks, her anything. It was proof right there. The filter failed. Her face is full of pick marks. She wants a consistent amount of money each time. So, of course, screenshot at that moment. Send it out. Make a video if you want. You don't have to do it just like the rest of us. Do your own thing and let us support you. If you're going after enablers, I've seen so many people that post enablers who sent money, who did what. The way that you guys are doing it, great. You're actually taking a screenshot of, I sent the $10, or what's your Cash App, or the dreaded, did you eat today? And then you click on their name and you put the unique @ up, because people can go and pretend like they're Birdie and steal her name and her profile pic. But unless you show me her unique @ I don't believe that's Birdie. I know it makes the videos longer, but doing that extra step, putting their screenshot up of what they said in the chat, and then their unique it's worth it, because nobody's ever going to question, oh, well, didn't you know that they were active addiction? Didn't you know they're lying about cancer? That extra 5 seconds is worth everything to make your point.
Joanne, who's calling you a snitch? If you're sending screenshots, then you're either around the wrong people. If they're calling you that for calling out enablers, I hope you're not around the wrong people.
And there's even more proof, guys, what I said on October 1st and what I said again tonight. There's a war brewing. Pick your heads up, look around, see who you don't see, who you do see, and the things that are happening. And you'll piece it together yourselves until all the research has been done and it is about to be presented to you. But we don't do anything without facts here. Joanne, I'm sorry that there's people on here that either don't believe your screenshot because there's your truth, my truth, and then the screenshots. Screenshots should always be believed. But that war that's coming, it's here. And the things that are about to happen, you need to make note of who you see supporting who and the flip-floppers. Because it doesn't just have to be enabling beggars and scammers and those in substance abuse. If you're enabling bad behavior and you're part of that, your name's going to be part of that too. And I would never want someone to say she was enabling somebody that was making fun of how much somebody weighed, because I don't care what you look like. I care about the way you treat people. And if you're going real life on a malicious intent, that's not right. If you're going real life to save somebody's life, that's admirable. But to do it just because you want the views and the clicks, don't come sit over here with us.
Right. If you've got to go in real life to save a life, you better be calling 911.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Or the non-emergency professionals like cops or whatever. Because that's crazy, all this going in real life stuff, calling motels, calling this person, doing that. These people do enough on this app.
Some people think that when we talk about there's a war coming, that you're like, oh my God, you just said, Fallon, that it's an app. Guys, it is an app. But at the same time, there's people who would have never known that Tim Nash is lying about cancer, having his leg amputated, having tumors removed on his leg, and he had a maxi pad sticky side down on the surgical site. They would have never known that if the awareness community didn't stick together and go through all the previous bullshit that they went through, because the good guys seem to be finishing last here lately. So it's going to take every single one of us to stand up for what is right and say, yeah, I saw that and I'm not going and being part of that. But those that are continuing to go over there and condone that type of behavior, it's not just 3 or 4 names. It's all of them that are about to get called out. And it may not be the people that you think, because maybe there's still research being done on those particular people.
Yeah, there's a lot of collecting of information right now. There's a lot of things coming in.
And when we talk about like the bullying and things like that, I don't want you guys to think that I don't, in messages of people that I know, like when I go and I message somebody, if I think I think horrible things about Angela. I think horrible things about Angela. I'm going to say that one more time. I think horrible things about Angela because she lied about cancer. She's lied about so many things and she's fake. But I can chop it up in messages with people that I trust and say she's fake and I can't stand her. But I'm not going to come on the app on a public community and like say anything about her that I can't back up. I can have my opinion. If you have an opinion, make sure that that's the very first thing you say. In my opinion, she's trash. Okay, well, that's your opinion and everybody's entitled to it. But if you're going to say something about her, like she lied about cancer, Tim exposed all that. He said it in his own words. He got caught up. I don't think he knows that he lies and got caught. But the more we bring awareness to, I'm shocked that people go in his chat and gift him laid up on a hotel bed and they've actually been over here chopping it up with us. Ashley, the one that was going over and wanting to raise money to go and be with Wendy, she actually spent time around people and knew exactly what was going on. She flip-flopped, but then went over and had a conversation with Wendy, spewing all kinds of lies. And of course, Wendy is just sitting there listening to it. People are streaming it. There was so much activity going on in people's chats that wasn't focused on those words. So go someplace where you can hear the words for yourself and read the room and make decisions on your own instead of somebody else feeding it to you. Or at the very end of the day, just say, show proof. And if they can't, get the hell out of there. If people get mad at you for asking for the proof, they don't have good intentions. There's so many people that will sit on this app, like Jesse Fields and Kada and Betmar Carey, that will go around and just give money out like it's water, but won't think twice about the little boy or little girl at school who squirrels away lunch in their backpack to take food home to the littler ones who aren't of school age because they don't have anything to eat. And then what happens when they're past due meals and they can't get any food? What happens then? Do they just get a piece of bread and some water and then they don't have anything to take home to these kids? Go to the school, everybody lives around one, and go give them your $5 or $10, and that maybe will have enough to get them through the school year. Why give it to somebody that's laid up on this app exploiting their children or their animals that they're going to go dump, or lying about something horrific as cancer that's ripping families apart and your loved ones' bodies or your body on an app?
I've noticed something with Tim here lately. He uses people body shaming him and Angela on just about every live anymore, saying, you're not going to intimidate me to lose my cool. I've changed my ways. He knows what to do to get the enablers in, messaging him. Then he can ask for money on the back end.
That's right.
That's right, Sunshine. But there was a lot of videos and memes put out by a certain streaming community that did body shame him.
Yes, you're right. 100%.
And
that's wrong.
it was wrong. And there was, hell, I'll say it, JSA put out a meme that was body shaming. And I was like, you need to take that down.
Yeah, no matter what anybody looks like, how they dress, what they drive, how they live, that's not us to decide. They choose to live like that. What we can decide is where our money goes and what it goes for.
That's right. There's going to be a lot of names that you guys recognize over the next period of times. There's reasons why we're so passionate about bringing awareness to the things that we bring. On the 16th, we're going to have a domestic violence live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to talk about resources and ways to be able to help someone that's close to you, something you see on the app, or just come in and hear the horrific things that have happened to people, and they survived all of that and are still trying to help people. Birdie, what was it that your meme that you said for your video about people who, it was something about we're not the same.
I don't think Birdie is around her phone right now, but
Okay.
this domestic violence live is super important.
Mm-hmm.
And I would really love if we could get a huge crowd for this, because there's going to be actually somebody that helps run an organization for domestic violence speaking.
There it is. I'm sorry, Birdie. I just threw you under the bus. I was like, go get it quick. Checkmate, can you read that? Or Rammer, can you see it?
I can't see it. I'm sorry.
I
I
looked
looked
into
into
your
your
cup to
cup.
see if you needed more. You looked into mine to see if I had more than you. We aren't the same.
So that meme in her video really hit me with something that we're all here doing the same thing. We want to bring awareness to scammers, beggars, but the key thing here is the bad behavior. And it doesn't just have to be somebody that comes on here and sits and begs. It's bad behavior where they're using these horrific illnesses or these innocent animals or the children to exploit for money. And if you're worried about clicks, views, how much you got over me, or you're just gatekeeping information because you think that you're entitled to be the only one that holds this information, we aren't the same. That goes along for the same way with this domestic violence live. Like the voices that you're going to hear on that domestic violence live on the 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, these are people who went through hell and the fires of hell and then came back with water for people who are still in hell.
Yeah, I mean, when I was approached about this live, I was immediately on board. So I think it's going to be really great for a lot of people. I mean, sometimes it helps just to hear somebody else's story to get the strength.
Right. And just remember, it happens to men and women.
That's right, Rammer. So those two memes, guys, those two sayings where you looked into mine to see if I had more than you, it's not about that. It's not about who has the information. It's not about what kind of information that I have. If my video's taken off or if yours is taken off or just in any aspect of life. If you're looking back at me to see if I have more than you and you're using that as a weapon, you don't need to be around us because that's not what this community is about. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that you're armed with every bit of information that we have because you guys are the receptacles and you also are the ones that spread it out because we can't be everywhere. You guys are. Where I leave off, Birdie can pick it up. Where Birdie leaves off, Amber can pick it up. Where Amber goes, Rammer, Checkmate, Sunshine. Like today, I was so aggravated that Sunshine seemed to be fighting for his life in a chat where people weren't listening. But they all know who we are and nobody was coming to assist because it was so hard that there were only 13 people in there that knew what was going on, and nobody was listening to any one of them out of 300 and something people.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sunshine. I was at work, but I was in there trying to fight with you, man.
Oh no, that's fine. Hey, Amber was in there. I mean, we was just amazed at what they was believing, and I mean, I was dumbfounded. I live for that kind of stuff. Trust me.
I mean,
See, that's one of the things, though, is people can't be free thinkers anymore. They have to run with a narrative that everybody's following. They can't just stop and think for themselves that, you know what, no matter if nobody stands beside me, I'm still going to stand up for what's right. And I've always been like that, and I will always be like that.
and it was a shame that I could look into that chat and see the 13 names of the people that were ready to arm up, like ready to go at any moment, and they were just getting drowned out. Because for whatever reason, the good guys always seem to be finishing last here lately. And I with the amount of research that's been done over the past couple of months, I don't think that the quietness is going to happen anymore. I think people are going to start speaking up, and I'm seeing little bits of people starting to speak up. They are being drowned out, but when we all come together, it's going to be something magical. And it's hard to get excited about something as us just coming together for the truth, because it should be the only thing that matters is bringing the truth out.
Yeah, I mean, we've helped people, a lot of people. I mean, we went live for people. We've, called people out for doxing. And then when we asked for help, nobody was there. And that was crazy to me. But that's okay, because we're gonna bring it all out next week. So I hope everybody's prepared.
It's still heartbreaking to me. It's still fresh in my mind, though, that I was so disappointed at some of the names that I saw whenever JSA was doxing people and their real lives were being affected, and they had kids, and it was out there that she didn't care that people's real lives were being put out on this app for crazy people to see, and she never took accountability. Still never took accountability. And there were people, when she went live, went into that chat and were like, I miss you. Oh, you're welcome back. You're doing so great. When are you going to be back next?
Right.
What the hell?
And from her recent post, it doesn't seem like she's learned anything in her time away from the app.
No, not a single damn thing. Not even a little bit. And that's sad, really.
People that cannot remain teachable are dangerous.
Cindy, I'm absolutely stunned too, because we put out so much information and we showed facts, we showed the truth, we showed screenshots. And trust me when I tell you, we didn't even show everything. We put out what we thought was important and immediate at that moment. And people are still over there. It's just crazy to me.
I went into her live, what was it, last week, Checkmate Fallon?
No, that was this week.
Yeah, this
week. I got blocked. Wow.
So blocking the truth. Was she afraid that you were going to call her out for posting a child?
I got blocked on more than one account that had Rimmer on it.
Jeez.
Before I could type it out, I got blocked.
I actually don't care if she blocks me or not. I'm still gonna be here, standing.
Well, I know who blocked me, and that we'll take care of that later.
I'm sorry, Bugs. I don't know who blocked you, but you've been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Hope. I had unfollowed her. I just went in. I heard she was live. I wanted to go in and see what she was talking about. especially after she had posted children.
And that's where the accountability comes in, because I bet you that's what she was afraid of. Somebody over there was afraid of being held accountable.
Yeah, and that's why I stress that so much. Stop following people blindly, especially if they can't even show you receipts about what they're talking about. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. So please stop following people blindly. Stop talking to them in DMs and telling them personal information.
You know, and there were a few over there that when I saw the names, I knew. I was like, oh, damn, she didn't know. She did not know. And so I thought, Papa, stick around, buddy. Don't go anywhere. Why don't you take a box? I found it funny that you have a lot to say elsewhere, but whenever we ask you to take a box or stick around, you run. Why is that?
He's scared of strong women.
Clearly.
Box up, Papa. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
There's a male up here that'll stand up here with us. Come on, Papa.
Difference is he's got a white hat on. He stands for what's right. You don't, Papa. You instead want to enable people like Boo Bear and people who lie about cancer. Difference is he's got a white hat on. He stands for I wanted to finish what I was thinking, or I'll be thinking about it later. The people that were over there, they weren't all, I think that they probably fell in off of the FYP or just went in there, saw that she was live, or the fact that she made a video on Country Honey. You know, we all know that Country Honey is begging for money. Is that me echoing?
It's what you?
Echoing.
I'm going to say it's always you. I don't know.
Okay. I think I fixed it. Okay, I think I fixed it. She's streaming Country Honey or streaming Tim and Angela, and people have been blocked by Tim and Angela. So they were in there because they had been blocked. And so they were trying to watch what was going on with Tim and Angela or Country Honey. But don't roll off the average of, or the old adage, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Because just because you want to watch Country Honey and you know she's full of shit and she's doxing people's personal information and she's begging for money and she's using her looks and her so-called assets to get money, it should not be enough for you to hate Country Honey to go over there and enable someone like Just Stop Already and her non-accountability bullshit and have to feed into that to put your name in jeopardy for you condoning doxing or posting children. If you don't like somebody, there's a valid reason why you don't like somebody like Country Honey. She's done too much. Or Tim and Angela, lying about cancer, lying about getting a job, laid up on a hotel room, taking advantage of elderly disabled women, and being in DMs. God, I can't even imagine who it is that they're fleecing this week for another week in a hotel room. And then these battles where they just continuously get enablers who scroll around and use, I'm being bullied, and people give them pity gifts. Just because they're doing something in awareness doesn't mean that they are. I'm not saying that there's a rule book. I'm just saying there's common decency in the way you bring awareness to somebody. And if you can't back up what you're saying or you're watching somebody who can't back it up, get out of there. Because people are going to start saying names. And when they do, I'm going to hate that people that I know that were over there really just kind of scrolled in wanting to hear about the news about Country Honey because they had seen that she posted a video about them. Not all awareness is equal. If they're out to do something malicious, they're not awareness. They're in it for clicks, views, analytics, and a pat on the back that nobody here is looking for a pat on the back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, I guess everybody went somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that you guys just need to protect yourself. Don't follow people blindly. Don't trust everybody. Because I can promise you, people aren't always what they seem to be. And I see a lot of people in the awareness community just sitting there talking and talking and talking. And I don't ever see them show any proof of anything. Make them show proof. Ask for proof. You can't just sit there and talk and believe every word they say.
Checkmate is Google receipts. Is that
Google
proof?
is not receipts, y'all. No.
I was wondering.
I Googled that, Rammer. Google is receipts.
Sunshine, I'm dropping you.
You're done.
Uh-oh, what's Fallon dropping? Goodness. Prove it, prove Google isn't a receipt. I mean, if you're talking about the scammers and beggars, it's so much easier just to use their own words because that's the most damning thing that you're going to be able to prove. Them saying it. Digging into their real lives is crazy to me. But
Bernie,
I don't go outside of the app. I like to stay right here. I mean, because sooner or later they're going to mess up and they're going to lie. You're going to be able to prove that in probably within 10 minutes with most of them.
while Birdie's going and getting that screenshot, I do want to say, for those of you on the outside, because I've gotten a couple of messages, if you want to fight a battle for someone who doesn't want to fight their own battles, like they block you before we get to confront them or talk it out or whatever, you're just as bad as these enablers who are enabling substance abuse, bad behavior, exploitation of children, lying about cancer for money, and exploiting these animals online and then dumping them. So if you want to bow up your chest and stomp your feet and say, they're good people, they're doing this, they're doing that, and you're louder than they are, you're not going to be taken seriously. Because you're just making a lot of racket and you're making a fool out of yourself. So I hope you heard that on the outside.
Yes, Tishy Wishy. If you happen to live in the same city as some of these people that are covered, you don't have to stalk them and chase them around town. They're going to eventually show up where you are, especially if it's a small town.
Yep.
Not to mention, why would you want to follow them around? I mean, that's almost at the line of stalking.
Well, I mean, look at
It's
it this way.
crazy.
We all know who she's talking about.
I
How
mean,
many?
I have some that are less than like a half hour away from me, and I've never even had the urge to go see what they're doing. That's crazy.
Yep. I mean, think about it. How much stalking are you doing though? They never leave that damn motel room.
Mm-hmm.
If they do, it's for
Hey.
maybe what, an hour or two a day, and that's it.
Berries, where you been?
What's up, suspicious?
Oh, for sure, Tishy.
So this screenshot really quick before we get back on the subject with the sheep. This is when the screenshot failed. The filter failed. This is Skylin. And Misty Thompson, who is currently enabling Jeff Gainey, Tim Nash, Skylin, and a moderator for Stud Soldier. The filter failed. Look at Skylin's face. So she looks with her skin all smooth on the filter and everything's just peachy and she's in there running, with her begging. Misty's down in the chat saying, I got you. Look at her face. That's pick marks, y'all. That's what I mean by the person who's watching is a silent watcher. She never says a peep. But she sent it in to us and she caught it in the right time because that's what awareness does. Awareness catches the things so we can read the room and we bring it out to the rest of you. She's not confident enough to make her own videos, but she'll give it to us so we can disseminate it out. Take your screenshots, show the world what they're enabling. And I hope that people realize that her life is valuable enough that $30 or $50 or whatever it is that she's begging for, I hope she doesn't get something bad off the street. I hate when she lies. I hate when she uses people, but I know that her life is valuable. That right there all over her face, take that in.
They pick at that because they think there's bugs under their skin.
That's the toxins that she's putting inside her body
Escaping out.
that's trying to come out. That's what that is. If that's not clear enough for people, then y'all got a problem.
Imagine what that stuff does to your heart once it reaches your heart. It's not escaping through your skin. It's got to go somewhere.
And with all of you guys sending me screenshots now, I can't for some reason. I guess I must be in some kind of TikTok jail again, where I can't get screenshots on my main, but I can get them on my Fallon 2.1 account. Just feel free to send them there. When y'all send them to me, I'm always going to give credit to those who send them to me because you're doing the work. You're putting in that work, and we appreciate you. But you guys got to tell me, please don't say my name because I don't want to get blocked when I go in there. Let me know. Let me know if it's okay to give you credit because I use little man stuff, Mark B stuff, Hope sends me stuff, Christina sends me things. Everything that you guys do is important because if I can't get it out, Checkmate can, Rammer can, Birdie's going to green screen it, Amber's going to make sure that, hey, did you see what Donna Arnold did? We keep it within the family to just get it out there. And anybody that's listening and that's receptive to it, it can go as far as we need it to because it's fact.
Yeah, I mean, I get a shit ton of messages. I really do. Like they drop to the bottom so fast, but I'm eventually going to get there. So just message me, keep messaging me, keep spamming them because they'll come to the top then. And then I'll see them again. But I'm really, I promise you, I'm sitting at like over 500 unopened messages right now. So I'm trying though. I promise.
Okay, I'll stop messaging you now, Checkmate.
And when you
499 of them is Rammer. No, I'm just kidding.
She hears from me a minimum of 35 times a day. It may take her a while, but she gets back to me.
And it's really hard because there's names that you guys see. You see Lola, you see Bugs, you see the videos that they're making, Melody Rose's videos. They're powerful and they mean something. And the fact that they took the time to make a video or message people on the back end. And I've told you guys before that even if you don't want to make videos or you don't want to put the screenshots out, go to your notes app on your phone, type out just the highlights of that scammer about Tim and Angela lying about cancer, just tell them to read the room. Tell them how to type in screen names at the top of the TikTok search bar and find the videos that have already been made. You don't have to type a heartfelt message every single time to somebody that you think is about to donate or just a new name that you saw. Have your notes, type it out, bullet points, copy and paste it each time so you're not spending valuable time messaging someone over and over with the same words that you would have already used. Type it one time, copy and paste, do it by beggar, scammer, bad behavior.
And repost
Yeah.
these videos that these people are making.
That's
Get 'em out
exactly
there.
what I was gonna say. Yeah, repost, share them out, like them. I mean, that helps pushing them out, and then more people see them. Look, technology is hard, Fallon. Tish, get out of here with that.
Tish, did you Google that?
Not the fucking Google. Good Lord.
Ma'am, you were warned.
Which goes along with when you're messaging people, I get aggravated. Like the other day with Little Man, he did such a great job and messaged somebody and they played in his face. He took 30 seconds out of his time that could have went to someone else that was new to enabling, and messaged them and had a rapport with them, had a good conversation, and Pittsburgh girl Andrea was like, did you know about Carrie Walls? But yet she's a sub for Carrie Walls. She knows all about Terry Walls. And then on the video on my page, you guys see the list of bad behavior that she's enabling. It just went on and on and on. Pittsburgh girl Andrea sits in awareness lives every single day. You know, there's so many, like Heather Nicole. I've seen Heaven Nicole. I've seen her everywhere. She's all over with awareness lives. But she was in there today just kicking it with everybody like she belonged there, knowing that she was a moderator for Pookie. And she's trying to be enabling Tim and Angela. And she's just everywhere. So little man taking time out of his day to go message Pittsburgh girl Andrea. And she's like, oh, I didn't know they were scammers. Seriously?
I don't believe that for a minute. As much awareness lives and scammers lives she's in. Not for a second.
Fuck no, she's in more of them than I am.
Right? Like
And I've been doing this for some years now.
I can go ahead and like get a notification that somebody's live, and I can just about predict who's in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, Cleavage. Little man does a good job posting.
And everybody does things differently. There's some people that are quiet, and I'm looking down in the chat and I see these names and I know they're putting in the work. They're messaging people on the back end. Hell, before Mark started to get vocal and started making screenshots, he was messaging. I went to go in on a burner just to find enablers, and he's messaged me 2 or 3 times on his burners with just seeing my name first enter the chat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
I've had a lot of people message me when I'm on a burner. And I don't even talk in lives. I never talk in scammers' lives. I am
Cleavage.
always quiet.
Cleavage, that's Heaven Elaine.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yep. Sorry, Cleavage.
But Heaven Elaine is the good one. It's Heaven Nicole that's the bad one.
Yeah. Heaven dot Elaine.
I
Yes.
just blame Fallon.
What happened? Just blame me. I'm used to it. I'm good.
Look at here, you old hussy.
So, we're also going to have a live on the 19th of November, and we are going to cover Chip, what's his name? Chip Drakenfels?
Yeah, Jack. Yes.
Yeah, and Bugs is actually going to be a part of that. This was Bugs' idea, and we've been working with Bugs to get this live up and going. So we have a lot going on.
Yes.
But the first one will be the domestic violence live.
Yes.
Yeah, Bugs is pretty extensive with videos and dirty deleting videos and posting on different apps and scamming all kinds of apps. So it's crazy.
Bugs is awesome on the content that I'm amazed.
Yeah, Bugs has been around a long time.
And that's the good Bugs, y'all.
Sweet Sassy, what shit show? The Nick and Wendy show?
They ended. Yeah, I was watching some of it.
6 years, Bugs says, yeah.
Yeah,
I know it's been a while.
Right, Birdie. Bugs, not Bugsy.
Sweet Sassy, the more attention y'all give them, the more they're gonna get. I'm telling you now, Wendy's been at this a long time. She was doing this way before Nick.
The more people that are in there and the more comments made only increases their analytics, which pushes it out to the For You page, and more people come in.
You know what got me after I had my conversation with Nick? I asked everybody to get out of the boxes, and I had my conversation with him and got him, to tell that he wasn't in the Army and all that stuff. Later on, the people got back in his boxes and was coddling them too.
That's crazy. Yeah, I watched a little bit of a live where there was full boxes and they were just going at it talking about Wendy and Nick and how they felt so sorry for Wendy and she's so abused and she's a victim and I'm like, are y'all serious? Like it was mind-blowing honestly.
She's got not one mark on her.
No.
And she's pretty healthy looking. I mean, she's not emaciated, so medically speaking. And we've seen her eat and drink stuff, so I mean, there's that.
I mean, I wished I could say my blood pressure was high. I need a Mountain Dew.
Right?
Because that stuff's expensive anymore.
Yeah, it's just all for show, honestly. I mean,
Watch them from the outside if you want to watch. That's the best way to do it.
a lot of people are saying false stuff, sweet sassy.
It's the internet. People lie.
I
People
mean, they could always go
embellish.
Google it.
Google is a good fucking resource.
What the fuck?
Stop
Yes,
doing
she got
that.
$8,000 today from an inheritance. She's rich.
She's rich. Shit. That'll be gone in a month.
That ain't no money.
Not anymore, it's not. That's monthly bill money.
Exactly. I spend that much on Google.
I know you're fucking lying.
I'm hollering. Oh
I'm
my
done.
god.
I need a new mod, y'all. He's going.
I couldn't turn that one
Adios,
off.
sunshine. You're done.
I'm done.
Finally
Let
get a
me
mail
on
up
that.
here and you show your ass.
Birdie, will you get that screenshot I just dropped?
I do too, Bugs. I'm an Amazon whore. I love Amazon. He is fire toxic.
So the screenshot that Birdie is going to get, I have permission to show. So before anybody goes and runs and tells, oh my God, Fallon put up a screenshot without your permission, I have permission. Y'all hear me jump up and down every time Papa comes in the live. And
It's cut off.
oh, okay. Let me go see if I can crop it. I really only need to see the comment. She didn't know what I needed to see. You can crop it all the way down to the comment, Birdie.
Hobo, after she crops it, we'll read it too, okay? Some people, like Cindy, have to see for themselves because she doesn't take anything at face value.
But I love that about Cindy.
I do too. She's always giving people not a hard time, but making them prove what they're saying.
Yes, I love that she asks questions and asks for proof. I love it.
And if she doesn't get her questions seen the first time, I have seen her type that shit out repeatedly.
I'm
I seen her
sorry,
in the chat.
Tishy Wishy. I had to turn my gifts off because people were saying I was jealous that they were getting unis.
Yeah, Checkmate's jealous of her unis, but you know, gifts are off. Gifts are always off.
I don't ever have my gifts on, so fuck off with that statement.
Maybe they should spend more time over here. Maybe
Sorry
you
about that.
shouldn't blindly block people that are doing awareness the right way.
So I've been jumping up and down every time that Papa comes in the live because he always runs and he is everywhere. I just want to show this really quick, y'all. This is Lisa Richard. You can take it down now, Birdie, and put the other one up.
I kept on looking at the bottom of the screen and I'm like, wait, that's worse. That's worse.
So,
And that's about $7 for her, y'all. That's
yeah.
what she would get out of a Galaxy.
So that was June 2025. Papa has been around. I have a screenshot from back when he was enabling Kimberly Peters. So this is Papa just the other night and was saying that his dad struggled with cancer and has been for about 3 years now. But yet he's over there dropping gifts and money to Boo Bear, Tim and Angela, Tim Nash, the man Dustin, Jeff, J. Paul, Crash Out Renee, Tim Nash, and and Crawford Land.
Doesn't he go to Tristan's too?
And he does do Tristan, yes.
He does. Yes.
Yes.
Look at me with my memory. Back
Yes.
off.
The steel trap, Rammer.
34 hours awake, guys.
Oh my goodness, that's awful.
Don't ask me, because if you tell me your name today, I can promise you I'm going to forget it in 10 minutes anyway, so...
Yes, Crash Out Renee. If you know, you know.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, nobody wants to see an 80-year-old lady crash out.
She was dancing last night. I should have sent it to you.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
She was whipping it good.
What in the actual fuck, Rammer?
I can sing it for you.
No, I'm good. I'm real good
All
over
right.
here.
I offered.
The thought that counts, though. Oh, Ash Cole, then you're in for one.
Hold up, I'll get her at.
Speak
Hold
for
up.
yourself, checkmate.
Her at. Damn it. Where'd it go?
Renee's crash outs are funny.
It is Renee, and then it's 5 2s, and then a 10.
So when Papa comes into the chat, the very top comes up and says Papa has joined. And there's very seldom a day that I'm in someone's chat looking for enablers that Papa doesn't pop up. And again, I want you guys to remember that Papa has been around for a long time and comes in awareness lives all the time and always runs, never takes the box, never sticks around. And I just named off all the names as to who he enables. But what got me was 3 nights ago in this live, they were talking about faking of cancer or showing the proof. And I didn't stick around long enough to find out, more about the lie about cancer or anything like that. I was just following Papa. And when he said that his dad had been struggling with this for 3 years and that potentially their karma was going to be for faking cancer. But then I went back and looked in our folders for the screenshots for Papa, and the names just went on. J. Paul, Amanda, Crawford Land, Tim and Angela, J. Paul, Renee, Jeff, Dustin. It just kept going on and on and on. Papa, you don't need to come over here and waste anyone's time if you don't care. Just know that because your name is Panda Pop 391, when someone passes away from you enabling, giving them cash, giving them gifts, and moderating, you're not going to be Panda Pop 391. Everyone has a digital footprint. And when someone unfortunately passes away from something horrible they got off the street, it's not going to be Panda Pop 391 that the police get. Because you think that all your burners are stealth, they're not. I wish you'd stick around and have a conversation, but just the fact that when you enable, there's super enablers, there's enablers, and then there's flip floppers. This Papa is a whole new type of category. I'm not even sure. I got names for Papa. I just can't say them on the internet. Because
Val and Nicole.
What? Sorry. I'll keep it in messages. Because I say what I want in messages. Because I'll be proper on the internet. I don't want to be, but I will. But Papa, you're one of the worst.
Oh, stop.
You have the audacity to talk about that one of your most beloved, your first best friend in your father has cancer, and then he's been battling it for 3 years, and you know the hell he's gone through and what it's done to the whole family. But for you to be giving money to Tim and Angela who lie about cancer, and Tim Nash who lies about cancer and then lies about a child passing away from cancer, but then you have this to say about what you've been passed through for the past 3 years? That's sick, dude. You think thumb thugging on the internet makes you big and bad, but you won't box up. That makes no sense. But every chance I get, Panda Pop 391, I'm gonna call you out.
Didn't he box up one night? Am I mistaken?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, that was Roy Boy. Never mind.
Roy,
Sorry,
not Roy
y'all.
Boy. Why do you want to hype me up? Roy Boy, you are trash. Roy Boy, you go places every single time and you talk about how you're having such a rough life and you're waiting on your disability benefits and you're this and you're that, but you are over there enabling Tristan and then pretending like you wanted to make a video on him but couldn't because you don't have a laptop. Passive aggressive.
Lord, not the passive aggressive. Is this the same Papa that had something going on with the JSA stuff? No.
If Papa don't preach, I'm in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I did that out loud, didn't I?
Yeah, you're not on mute, Sunshine. You're not on mute.
Oh
Whoops.
my gosh.
I was even dancing.
Oh hell, we missed it.
I've been getting wound up every day this week for some reason. I can't even, I don't know what it's going to be like going into the weekend. I fear for all my friends.
It's gonna be great because we're gonna go into this domestic Amanda's Holy Hip. I haven't seen that account forever. I'm sorry. We're gonna have a great live on Sunday.
Thank you, Birdie. You can take that down and come back to your cute picture.
This is our little feathered friend, Birdie Beth.
So there's lots of lives that we're going to have. Thank you guys for trusting us and bringing it to us to allow us to bring awareness to the things that mean stuff to you guys. Again, when we talk about this domestic violence live on the 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, these are people that you're going to hear from that have the resources that they've actually seen, used, and want to spread out to the rest of the community so you can either help a friend or yourself. It takes on average 7 times for somebody to get out of a domestic violence situation, and they continue to go back. But after that 7th time, they have a better chance with resources. And these are the people who have been through the flames of hell and have gone back bringing water to the ones that are still in hell. And I want you guys to be with us to help support them get this information out. So I hope that we see you there on the 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes, and then after that live, we will be holding another live, but it will be on Adam's platform. It won't be over here. We're going to keep it neutral. So if you don't follow Adam, you may want to. Adam, can you comment, please?
And then while you guys are following Adam, we'll be having that live on Chip. And then I'm hoping we can lighten it up and bring awareness to scammers, beggars, bad behavior on a game night that at some point will make time to create some questions and just have a good time and bring awareness at the same time. I want to be serious, I want to be fun, but I most importantly just want to be with you guys. So thank you for accepting me. Whenever I typed at the top of the TikTok search bar, my thing was to find people that bring awareness with truth and facts, and I found all of you. So thank you for accepting me.
And never trust Fallon's 15 minutes.
Yeah, don't do that because I'm long-winded as hell. I should have been a preacher.
Or a used car salesman.
Jesus, fix it.
Just give me the fucking car now. I'm leaving. I don't even need it, but I'm leaving.
Just be watching out for videos, y'all, because there'll be announcements for every live. And then we have the Chip live on Wednesday, which is going to be really good too. I need an assistant. I really do. Like these 1 hour reminders and 5-minute warnings and then all these lives. I just can't, y'all.
Hey, Checkmate, I got a question.
I guess.
Is this a bad time to ask about your extended car warranty?
Oh, fuck's sake. It's a terrible time.
Okay.
What? Mommy.
And I mean, I'm not even saying we might even be live tomorrow. You just never know.
Yes, you're right.
When you hear knock knock from Fallon, you know it's some bullshit. So.
But just know that it affects all of us because we've been looking at the people that are on the screen and their bad behavior. But you got to think about these people that you see in the chats doing it because there's enablers for everything. You're going to hear me talk about enabling even in the domestic violence live on the 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's enabling for even that. Because if there's people in there that are condoning a toxic, abusive relationship as a parent or a sibling of these people who abuse, man or woman, they're just as bad.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't stand up for what's right and you allow it to happen, you are condoning that behavior by your silence. So think about that when you go into a chat and there's bad behavior going on. Do you really want your name associated with any type of bullying, any type of going real life, wasting resources that should have been used towards good, and you're wasting it on just because you hate somebody on the internet? I'm going to let Checkmate close us out unless you guys have last thoughts. Thank you for what you do every day. Clicks, views, videos don't mean anything to me. But when you repost awareness and I see something that I didn't know just based off of you reposting a video that's bringing a receipt to the truth, thank you. Because you're the reason that we continue to do what we do because the truth is important. It's not as popular, but it's important.
Yeah, Cindy, I think they're going to cover pretty much every aspect of it. I know she didn't just fucking say bow your head in prayer. Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. I mean, pop-up lives are usually always the best lives. People get really involved, and we love that part about it. My mods, you guys are freaking amazing. I couldn't do any of this without you guys. All of the people in the boxes are my mods. Please follow everybody in the boxes. They all make great content. And watch out for us because we'll be coming back. We got 3 lives coming up. So watch for our videos. We'll probably even be on tomorrow.
Right, and as fast as things move on these dirty streets, there's a whole gamut of information we're holding on to, and there may be that one little thing to add to it that just says, okay, tonight's the night.
Yeah, so watch your DMs because I can promise you, not everybody's in this for genuine reasons. And y'all about to find out. So I hope y'all have a great night, a great weekend, and we'll see you back here again.
Good night,
Thanks.
everybody.
Bye,
Good
y'all.
night, y'all.